In this video lesson, we're going to add the taps that finish the single paradiddle and also learn the 9-stroke roll. So, to recap the first 2 strokes of the paradiddle, make sure that you know that the first stroke is a downstroke followed by an upstroke on the opposite hand. If you've worked out that technique from the previous lesson, this should be very easy. All we do, down, up, is add the 2 taps that finish the paradiddle. So, down, up, tap, tap. Then, look at your hands, make sure everything is set. Do it again, but this time on the opposite hand. Down, up, tap, tap. Then we can go back and forth. Down, up, tap, tap, down, up, tap, tap, down, up, tap, tap, down, up, tap, tap. At this point, what you should do is practice the single paradiddle at a very slow tempo. Set the metronome on 120 and just practice, making sure that every one of those strokes, especially inside the accent, sound exactly the same. Your taps should be made with a good double wrist motion and not just by dropping the stick. Move the metronome up to 140, then move the metronome up to 160. By the time you get to 160, you should be able to play this at the same tempo as all of your other rudiments. Okay, so practice on the single paradiddle every single day, paying attention to making sure that those inner beats are all right there at that 3 to 4 inch height and you're having a good solid height for your accent. The 9-stroke roll is essentially the same techniques that you applied to the 5-stroke roll with just different numbers of strokes. So let me recap the 5-stroke roll. We're playing our doubles at about a half height, finishing off with a full stroke on the accent, a full downstroke. So double, double accent, double, double accent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9-stroke roll, exactly the same, but with 2 more sets of doubles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9-stroke roll. I like to think of it as just 4 doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, accent. Rest, and then the same thing on the opposite hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, accent. So once you've gotten that to 160, you can add that to your daily practice routine. Here's what it'll look like. Rest. 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 So you can see how all of these roll rudiments will start being the same as the other ones that you've already learned. So if you're practicing your double stroke roll and your 5-stroke roll, this will be very, very simple for you. Okay? If your practice time starts getting a little bit hectic or you don't have as much time as you'd like, you could start trading off your 5 and your 9-stroke roll. You can practice your 5-stroke roll one day, your 9-stroke roll one day, and basically accomplish the same goals because they use the same techniques. Along the same lines, you can do the 9-stroke roll with multiple bounces as well. 4 bounces and an accent. Okay, so add the 9-stroke roll to your repertoire or your list of rudiments that you know and practice that switching back and forth between the 5 and the 9. In the next video lesson, we're going to learn how to count 8th rest on the upbeat and 8th rest on the downbeat in quarter time.